The best way forward for our youngsters, for everyone to achieve a success which is lasting success and most rewarding and gratifying is first of all to have absolute trust in Allah being the most powerful, and then following Allah's directive, Atiullah wa Atiur Rasul, and that means obeying, absolutely word to word, sign to sign, the present viceregent of Allah on this earth, which is our beloved Khalifa.
Dr. Iftikhar Ayaz has spent decades working around the world on various humanitarian projects. It was recently announced that he is set to receive the honour of a knighthood from Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Shortly after the announcement, Dr. Ayaz spoke exclusively to MTA News about his experiences as an Ahmadiyya Muslim living in Tuvalu.
In 1984 December, I had a job offered to me by the United Nations in Rome, and I was about to go to Rome. Meanwhile, I received an offer from the Commonwealth Secretariat, and the Commonwealth Secretariat offered me to go to this country which was called Tuvalu. And believe me, I had never heard that name before. So I looked it up in the atlas, and when I went to see Huzur again, and when he heard the word Tuvalu, he became very alert. He said, "Tuvalu?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, a couple of days ago I received a letter, someone telling me that this is a country which is 100% Christian, and they've asked me to send a missionary to introduce Islam. And he said, if it is Tuvalu, it is from Allah. And you're not going to Rome, you're going to Tuvalu." So that is how it started, When I got there, I was told that the government did not want me to get involved in any religious activity and not preach or anything, So deep in my heart, I was extremely worried, because when I left here, I was told I'm going to be a missionary, and when I am there, I am told that I cannot preach, So this was a very difficult situation for me. I made a small deck that I had outside my house as my mosque, and I would go and pray there, and I would say to Allah that prayer has to be in congregation, and for congregation we have to have at least 2 people, but I am alone. So I was praying that God give me a companion so that we can offer the prayer, in an appropriate manner. Suddenly the ice broke, and someone, who was a well-trained religious Christian pastor, he came over to me seeking, information about Islam, and then Allah enabled him to accept Ahmadiyya. This was just after 3 months of my stay on those islands, and Huzur named him Ataullah. And when he joined me, I told him that in Islam, the Friday prayer is an obligation. But for the Friday prayer, you need 3 people. So I told so I told him, I said, you have to pray that we have a 3rd one so that we can offer the Friday prayer as well. So he joined me, and Alhamdulillah, and then later on, people started joining the community, and it started growing fairly rapidly in those days. And eventually, we had a well-established Jamaat there with a mosque and with a mission house, with the Holy Quran translated into their local language and published. When I left, we had about 425 Ahmadis, and Alhamdulillah, this is sheer grace of Allah, nothing to do with my own talent or merit.